Jean Marian Purdy. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. These famous lines were said by Madame Marie Curie. Jean Purdy. Miss Jean Marian Purdy was born on 25th of April 1945 in Cambridge, England. Childhood and early life. Miss Jean Purdy lived with her father, Mr. George, her mother, Mrs. Gladys May, and her elder brother, Mr. John, at the family home, which was a semi detached house at 61 Langham Road, off Bourne Road, Cambridge, in England. Education. Miss Jean Marian Purdy attended Cambridgeshire County High School for Girls from 1956 onwards till 1963, where she passed her 11 plus examination and also received her secondary education. In her school, she studied for O levels and then also passed A levels in physics, chemistry, and biology in 1963. In her school, she also became a prefect, joined sports, and played violin in the orchestra. In the period from 1963 to 1966, Miss Jean Purdy received her professional training of becoming a nurse at Addenbrooke's Hospital in Trumpington Street. On 5th December 1966, she got her SRN registration and PIN number, which was 375932, and thus she got herself registered as a nurse. Professional life. Miss Jean Purdy first went to Southampton General Hospital as a nurse, but she was not happy there, and so she applied for a research post locally to work on tissue rejection. Miss Jean Marian Purdy then moved to Papworth Hospital, Cambridgeshire, for a short while. It is worth mentioning that Papworth Hospital in Cambridgeshire pioneered first open heart surgeries and later heart transplants in Britain. In 1968, Dr. Robert Edwards employed her for a post at the Physiological Laboratory in Cambridge. Here I would like to say something. Dr. Patrick Stripto became the director of the Center for Human Reproduction in Oldham in 1969. Dr. Stripto and Dr. Robert Edwards collectively did laparoscopic collection of ova from volunteering infertile women who came to their center in the hope of bearing a child. In Oldham Hospital, Miss Jean Purdy was irreplaceable. She was working in there as a laboratory technician. This is a picture of Oldham Hospital. Okay. Miss Jean Purdy maintained the essential records of each case. She labeled the notebook as tables or data, which she used to write down herself. The notebook contained the systemic analysis and reviews of all the data regarding ovulation, response to stimulation, type of stimulation, and other data which were important and were related to in vitro fertilization. Also, the last section of the notebook also contained summarized details of all the natural cycle laparoscopies that were performed in between November 1977 and July 1978. It is worth mentioning that several of the data mentioned in the book were used for publication between 1973 and 1980. Past records also show that she spent more time in aggregate and for longer individual periods at Oldham Hospital than did Edwards, tracing and recording results of endocrine monitoring. She also made sure that all the medical equipments were available, as well as precise sterilization and testing of different media was done with complete integrity. Records say that she played a very important and a vital role, to the extent that when she took time off to care for her sick mother, the work at the institute had to pause. So, so literally the work stopped, and during that time, Dr. Stripto and Dr. Edwards even faced severe criticism by media and press to their work for their paucity. It occurred precisely in the period from July 1974 to January 1975. Dr. Edward even described Miss Purdy at this time as being particularly good with the patients, and her cooperation had become crucial. It was no longer just Dr. Patrick and Dr. Stripto, as they had become a threesome. Okay. Here I would like to mention that Miss Jean Purdy also founded the Bourne Hall. That is, she was a co-founder of Bourne Hall Institute, and she continued her very important organizational role in Bourne Hall. Thus, she also played a major role in setting up of in vitro fertilization program there. So ultimately, it was Miss Jean Marian Purdy, Dr. Patrick Stripto, and Dr. Robert Edwards, who became a threesome, a trio, a trinity. So her role was very prominent, as she was a co-founder of Bourne Hall. So one can see she is Miss Jean Purdy, he is Dr. Robert Edwards, he is Dr. Patrick Stripto, okay, with their team. Miss Jean Marian Purdy was even described as being formally titled the technical director, and also it is worth noting that the very first Bourne Hall science notebook found with those described here had only Miss Purdy's and Dr. Edwards' handwriting, including a summary of the first 30 cases who came to them in the hope of getting blessed by a child. Her role in vitro fertilization. Nothing is impossible, and it applies to in vitro fertilization or IVF also. It is worth mentioning that the Oldham Hospital even has a historic significance, but it then lacked proper funding and a strong medical infrastructure. The success of in vitro fertilization vastly reflected the indomitable spirits of the personas involved in it, whose persistence and zeal to succeed was second to none. Jean Purdy was a very important member of the team undergoing IVF. She was like a backbone to her teammates. She never allowed any personal or professional obligations to stand in the way between her and IVF. Miss Jean Purdy persisted even when others were disappointed. She was really vital in their journey, in their most difficult times, when their IVF was going in doubt, that is, whether it will continue or not. No one knew because of various criticisms. Then Dr. Richards, that is, Dr. Robert Edwards, offered Miss Purdy a choice of continuing with the IVF or focusing instead on another project of Dr. Edwards titled Revitalizing the Blood. Okay, so this revitalizing the blood, this was another project, but to which Miss Purdy firmly said that she will continue the project on in vitro fertilization. She will dedicate her life to in vitro fertilization, and thus they went with that. So, Miss Jean Purdy was extremely crucial for the success of in vitro fertilization works. She was indeed the first person to witness the successful cell division of the embryo that would become Louis Brown, the first test tube baby. Thus, she was the one who first saw that fertilized egg, which was to become Louis Brown, was dividing to make new cells. Finally, they would witness the birth of Louis Joy Brown in 25th July 1978. This changed the age-old beliefs and perceptions of the people towards medical science. It changed the entire concept, the entire mindset of the people. It was like a ray of hope to childless couple. It was a blessing. So she's Louise Brown, the first test tube baby with her father and with her mother. So it was a blessing to the couple, and IVF is indeed a blessing. Miss Jean Purdy, along with the Dean, founded the Bourne Hall Clinic in the Cambridgeshire, England in 1980 to accommodate the increased demands for IVF or in vitro fertilization and to professionally train the specialists. As the technical director, Jean helped the different structures, that is the science and this medical sciences, into a robust medical treatment. Okay, she helped in the growth of Bourne Hall in a way that no one would have anticipated. She was a very crucial person to its growth and development. Miss Jean Purdy was a co-author on 26 research papers with Patrick Stripto and Dr. Robert Edwards in between 1970 and 1985. That is, in between the period of 1970 to 1985, she published many papers, and they were published even in reputed journals such as Nature and Lancet. In her lifetime, she saw over 500 babies conceived following successful in vitro fertilization at Bourne Hall Clinic. Personal interests. Miss Jean Marian Purdy was a woman of many talents. She had a fine taste of musical and artistic craftsmanship. She even played violin during her school days, and she had a passion and a possession of some very nice and very beautiful classical music records, which reflected her passion for music. Miss Jean Purdy was also an excellent calligraphy artist. So, this is Miss Jean Purdy recorded the history of Bourne Hall in calligraphy, and this is a picture of that. So, and this is an example of laboratory headed paper used in 1980, embryo culture, written in calligraphy by Miss Jean Purdy. So, she was a very good calligrapher. So, and this one, it is a cover of notebook L1, labeled in Edwards' handwriting as R.G. Edwards Human, July 69. Edition in Purdy's hand concerted this to R.J. Edwards was human in July 69. So this was done by Purdy. And so she had a very unique artistic capability. Miss Jean Marian Purdy was a true devotee of Christianity. She was deeply religious, but she never pressed her beliefs on others. This deeper sense of religiousness made her to rebut the religious criticisms of their work, which she thought to be highly ethical. Miss Jean Purdy died on 16th of March 1985 after a heroic battle with malignant melanoma. She was only 39 years old at the time of her demise. Her final resting place, she is buried in a grave that is located in Grantchester, Cambridgeshire in England. Rest in peace, madam. Recognition. Miss Jean Purdy devoted her life to the cause of in vitro fertilization, but her work in Bourne Hall Clinic in the development of in vitro fertilization was ignored for around 3 decades, that is, for around 30 years. Her work in Bourne Hall Clinic was ignored. See this plaque. So, the plaque at Dr. Carsow's Hospital, Oldham, did not acknowledge Miss Jean Purdy's contribution to IVF. See, here it is written, human in vitro fertilization, followed by the world's first successful pregnancy, was performed at this hospital by Mr. Patrick Steptoe, Dr. Robert Edwards, and their supporting staff. But this crucial name, that is Miss Jean Purdy's name, was not mentioned. Again, see this one. Louis Brown, the first test tube baby, was delivered in this operating theatre by cesarean section on 25th July 1978. This event was made possible because of the pioneering work of Mr. Patrick Steptoe, Professor Robert Edwards, and their team. Still, her name is not mentioned. Jean Purdy's name is skipped. It's worth mentioning that Dr. Robert Edwards opposed this plaque as well as the former plaque. Okay, this plaque was in Oldham Hospital, okay, and this later plaque was at Oldham General Hospital. Both of these plaques, Dr. Robert Edwards opposed. He opposed firmly. He even wrote letters to the authority asking them to include her name, that is Miss Jean Purdy's name, but her name was not included. So even this is a very recent one, that is, it was in 2013, July 2013. See, even the plaque at Bourne Hall, which was unveiled at the celebration of Louis Brown's 35th birthday in July 2013, did not acknowledge her by omitting her name. Still, her name is not there. Now, finally, it was in the 19th March 2015 that a blue plaque unveiled at Dr. Carsow's Hospice or Dr. Carsow's Hospital firmly acknowledged her as the names of the trio of the pioneers of IVF, Dr. Patrick Steptoe, Dr. Dr. Robert Edwards, and Miss Jean Purdy was mentioned and honored. Here, Jean Purdy's name is finally mentioned. So, it was to be deserved. Again in 2018, Bourne Hall Clinic unveiled a memorial to Miss Jean Marian Purdy titled World's First IVF Nurse and Embryologist, co founder of Bourne Hall Clinic, to mark the 40th anniversary of in vitro fertilization. Her great contribution to medicine was at last being recognized with a memorial service and blessings of a new headstone in the presence of Jean's family, friends, and colleagues. So, rest in peace, ma'am. Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine 2010. The Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the year 2010 was awarded to Dr. Robert Edwards for his work on the development of in vitro fertilization. As Nobel Prize is not awarded posthumously, so neither Dr. Patrick Stipto nor Miss Jean Marian Purdy were eligible for consideration. Her legacy remains. University College London's award for the Mres Reproductive Science and Women's Health is named after Miss Jean Marian Purdy. She is widely recognized and her legacy remains. Jean or Miss Jean, she never married, okay? So Miss Jean Marian Purdy was a British nurse and embryologist and a pioneer of infertility treatment, who, along with physiologist Dr. Robert Edwards and obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Patrick Stipto, was responsible for the development and the success of in vitro fertilization. Patients referring to Purdy. Those who knew Purdy, whether as patients, friends, or colleagues, uniformly gave an impression of her as being kind and unassuming and very, very supportive. So that's when I met Jean, and she again was just wonderful. She made us all feel, so just relaxed. And that they were going to do their best for us. And she was just incredible. These lines were said by Mrs. Grace MacDonald, and she was one of the patients undergoing in vitro fertilization under Miss Purdy's care. She was the first person in the world to recognize and describe the formation of the early human blastocyst. She contributed much to the establishment of the ethics of embryo care, so essential to the development of treatments of infertile couples. She participated in the detailed examination of embryonic nuclei. She will be sadly missed, not least by the patients. It was published in Miss Purdy's obituary in the Times newspaper in 1985, by an anonymous person. And this anonymous person was widely believed to have been Dr. Robert Edwards. So these are some artistic things that Miss Purdy used to do. And in this particular tapestry, this tapestry with the Bourne Hall motto, which is inscribed over the front door to the hall, and which is Jor Damavi, the motto of Bourne Hall. I am selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. These famous lines were said by the very beautiful and elegant and iconic Marilyn Monroe. So, thanks and namaskar. And you are watching Namaskar Physiology. This is Heemanshu Shekhar Gogoi and kindly take care. Thank you.